Welcome to Back in 5. Now this month I thought I'd do something a little bit different, and I decided to interview a good friend of mine and cricket rival, Shashi, who owns Batmate. Now Batmate is a local Canberra born and bred bat making business. So I thought I'd drop in, have a chat with him and just have a look at what is actually involved in making a cricket bat, and I was pleasantly surprised. So if you were looking for a bat, if you were seriously considering a new bat to improve your batting average, to improve your game, get on Facebook, check him out, because this might be the bat that you really need.
Oh, look, it was a coincidence. I'm a cricket nut. Growing up, in a middle-class family back in India, always wanted to play cricket, and we used to play cricket with rubber ball, the handmade single-piece timber. But my parents never, could afford me to actually send me to cricket coaching or anything like that. Or I didn't have the courage to actually ask them, because we knew that, getting two squares a meal or 2 square meals a day was good enough for us at that point of time. So I didn't pursue cricket. So after I moved to Australia almost 26 years ago now, and especially after moving to Canberra about 20 years ago, I started playing cricket. And in fact, one of the guys I started playing cricket with is actually interviewing me. I never thought I would be a bat maker until I read an article written on Ian Callan, who's a former Australian cricketer, and he has this ambitious vision that he wants to establish a bat making industry in Australia. So he basically wanted to train about 100 bat makers all throughout Australia. So as soon as I read that article, I immediately picked up the phone and spoke to Ian, and I said, look, I'm a handyman, I'm good with my hands, and I do a lot of carpentry work and other things, and I'm a passionate cricketer, and I want to be on the course. And so he basically ran a 7-day course in his barn in Healesville. There you go, the rest is history. There's huge benefits. I mean, my nature is a bit restless, so I can't sit quiet, but I have to be doing something. And bat making gives me enormous satisfaction. Say, for example, when I come back from work, if I had a hard day, and I basically lock myself up in my workshop, I'll have plenty of work, a lot of bat repairs or making new bats or whatever. So if I spend about an hour or two in my workshop, during even weeknights, on a winter weeknight is fine. That actually settles me, and that's a big release, and I get immense satisfaction in basically working with the community, cricket players in the community, and watching them play with my bat, or watching them play with a bat I repaired. So be it a small repair, or basically regrafting timber and bringing a really old battered bat into giving it a new lease of life. It gives me immense satisfaction. Again, I'm not driven only by profit. There's a community aspect to what I'm doing, and that's what I want to continue doing. The bats I make, I don't make a lot of bats and keep it ready for people to come and purchase. I mainly focus on making custom-made bats, because players prefer, like if they have a favorite bat, they want a repeat of the same thing. So it depends on what they want. I don't only make bats for players, but I've made what's called trophy bats, or even as souvenirs as well, because at workplaces, when somebody retires and who's been a passionate cricketer, so I can actually make a custom-made bat as a parting gift, or as a retirement gift. Yeah, it's in terms of the timber from Australia. I mean, it's distinctly different. Even though botanically it is the same species of willow tree, it's slightly different because the growing conditions are different. And I find the timber I get from Willow Blue, from Victoria, they're a lot more resilient. There's plenty of advantages of getting custom-made bats. I mean, normally custom-made bats cost you anywhere up to $800,000. I don't charge that much because, as I said, I'm not only profit driven. As long as I can sustain my business and keep the clients happy, I'm happy. I'm doing some good for the cricket, the passion I have for the game. Look, I started off, again, I mentioned about my passion, started off this as a hobby, but I'm actually servicing significant, a market in Canberra. So I'm happy to actually expand my business, given an opportunity. And I've got some plans moving forward. I'm expanding my workshop. Even though, I've got a tiny workshop, I'm still working, but there are some equipment I want to invest in. And so if you're interested, look up on Facebook called Bat Space Mate. So BAT space MATE. That's my Facebook page. So you can see some of the bats I've made. I don't put a lot of my work up there, but you can find all my contact details on the Facebook. And I'm basically working on my website, so which will be up and running very soon.